The truth. That's what our next selection is all about. Oh, and food too. Students wrote the truth about why they love or hate a type of food. Bon appetit.
Okay, my poem's called The Truth About Why I Love Raisins. Among all the delightful savory fruits in the world, they're quite unique, considering the fact that they have the texture of the undersides of my feet after a day at the pool. They're delicious by their lonesome, but it's best for them to be sandwiched between two cashew halves, protecting them from sunburns. It's probably time for me to admit how I waste some time in the mornings eating raisins straight out of the container, when I should probably be saving some to enjoy with my cereal. If there was such thing as a raisin person, she'd be empathetic and understanding, knowing how it feels to feel minute and worthless, even when you're truly not. She'd also tell me stories of her childhood as a grape, how she almost got plucked out of her family to be thrown into a dark, clammy cave. She'd also remind me to enjoy my childhood because she'd say she was juicier when she was a grape. Nevertheless, I'd tell her that she seems to have gotten sweeter over time. I'll bet there's zillions more tiny little raisins hiding, not only in cereal and trail mix, but as a miniature surprise in everything. If I blew out all the candles on my birthday, I'd wish for my poem to be just like a bag of raisins, each simple piece short and sweet. Small but filled with delight, dry but still full of pleasure. Golden for a reward, chocolate covered for relaxation, and sometimes just plain for a little mood booster. When you'd come to the end, you'd feel content, glad it didn't fill you up, but just enough to make you happy.
This is the truth about why I love cupcakes. You know how during dinner you play with your food. You pretend to eat, but you're not really eating. You're just thinking about what comes next. Gooey middle, chocolate frosting, rainbow sprinkles. So many different flavors for so many different people that anything can be inside the gooey center. Oops, I forgot to mention how much I love to tear off the cake part and put it on top of the frosting, making cupcake sandwiches and getting my hands messy. If a cupcake turns into a woman, she would be fine with messes. She would have a gooey heart and a flavorful mind. She would teach you how to make batter taste like it was made out of magic, and how to mix ingredients until they're perfectly even. When you feel sad, she will show you something that will light up your eyes. Buy them at a grocery store or make them at home. Cupcakes are the perfect therapist. If I had 3 wishes, one would be that my poem was as good as a cupcake. Maybe if you close your eyes and imagine a wonderful cupcake, it will fill you up without even taking a bite.
This is the truth about why I don't like potatoes. Of all the food you get for dinner, they're the most evil, most spiteful. Dark mountain crags of mashed potatoes, French frauds disguised with salt. Potato chips have the shape and soul of the dark side of the moon. I guess I forgot to mention my first taste of a potato. I promptly vomited it back out onto the floor. Many people do this with ideas, not potatoes. If a potato was a person, I'm definitely sure it would be an angry bully. It could teach you lessons and trip you in the hall. On rainy days, it would push you into puddles. While you were sadly getting up, it would taunt you and stare at you with those malicious eyes. There could be 10, 20, 30 in a vile, villainous hive of evil, contaminating the soil of your garden. If I could wish for one thing, it would be that my poem would not have any of the aspects of a potato. As the potato is a thief of water, my poem would be a thief of your time. I would not want it to be a slimy, squishy, spud-like piece of literature. It would be a poem of lies. You would be dirty from digging for the truth before you were finished, and then when you were, you would want to complain in indignation to me about this potato poem, this complete waste of taste.
This is the truth about why I love pistachios. Out of every snack you get to eat, they bring you on the most adventure. You must hunt through the crinkled, cut plastic jungle for pistachio with a nut, brown enough to be soft but green enough to release amazing flavor, and then push and shove your nutshell treasure chest to get the roasted and salted gold inside. I neglected to mention how I love to collect all the pistachio shells in a bowl and then pouring the bowl over my sister's head and make it seem that she had dropped the bowl and made a mess. Usually I get caught and yelled at, but I see my dad's stifled laughs. If a pistachio were to become a person, that person would be a little hard to get to open up, but once he talked to you, you'd see how nice he is. With that person, you'd always have enough people to play capture the flag because the person would have 100 friends just a pantry away. And when you're feeling down, you can always busy yourself with that kind, fun person. There are bunches more in the plantations of Iran, hidden in a grape-like husk, smashed and clawed to be enjoyed. If the theater fountain is really magic, my poem would be like a pistachio. Used to long journeys, hard to uncover, but worth the effort 1,000 times over. And once you finished, you would feel satisfied by something you have been longing for a long time.